2 lifelong friends, 1 local establishment. The hidden truth is out there, and we're going to talk about it. What happens in the bar no longer stays in the bar. This is Conspiracy Beerists.
All right, so this episode we're going to do things a little bit different. We decided we're just going to talk about a few random things, and then in the next episode we'll go back to doing a full-fledged topic. So, first of all, how you doing, Brian?
Hey, Dan, how's it going?
Hey, you should have done it in your Doug voice.
How you doing, man?
How you doing?
How you doing?
or your red voice, I don't know.
Hey, Snake, how's it going?
Show up, Snake. So, jotted down a few things that I wanted to talk about. First off, it popped into my head during the SpaceX launch last weekend, our conversation about David Wilcox and his aliens that teleported here or whatever into Paradise, California.
So, thoughts? He doesn't say nothing about it. Like he's sorry that I don't know. You know. Go ahead. Sorry.
It just if these aliens are real, according to him, how are they reacting to all of a sudden Earthlings launching themselves into space again?
Are you asking me this a question?
Sure, go ahead.
I don't think we're going into space again. I think space is just a higher level of sky, and there's like a stop sign up there, like you can't go past it.
Like the Kuiper Belt?
There's the radiation belt. What is it called?
The Kuiper Belt.
Yeah, Kuiper belt.
Right.
That Kuiper belt is a radiation thing that, that could kill a person no matter what. Anyways, I'm sure there's a higher, you can only go so high. And these satellites and Elon Musk and SpaceX, they're not going like to the moon or nothing. Why haven't they gone back to the moon, Dan?
I've always thought it was just the whole political, we're not spending the money.
Come on, really?
Hey.
That's the way people are. That's what people think. Stuff like that. You know?
So do you think... Well, first off...
They believe what they're telling everybody. I mean, if we went there, why wouldn't you let Americans know that you have a space station there or on the dark side of the moon or anything like that, you know?
What,
right?
So you don't actually believe that we went in the first place, right?
I think we tried, and it just didn't work out as we planned, so we're like, well, fuck you, Russia. We're going to make a video saying we did before you. And I don't get why we're in 2020. It was back in whatever.
1968 is the first time.
Thank you. And, no, come on, really? Why wouldn't we be taking fucking Virgin Airlines up there by now?
So...
Are they, supposedly they've seen some aliens, and the aliens are like, don't come back up here. And we're like, all right. Remember a couple of weeks ago we talked about Admiral Byrd?
Yes.
Going to Antarctica. And talking about how there's resources and shit over there.
Found out.
I believe it was a Jurassic Park-ish kind of deal. Maybe not so many Tyrannosaurus Rex, but like resources and shit like that nobody's ever touched, right?
Right.
Well, I find out Admiral Byrd is a Freemason. So whatever. It just don't fucking matter what he says anymore.
So it all comes back down to the Grand Cabal.
It is. And I don't know. It's crazy.
So you don't think that any of these probes that we got video from Mars have gone or anything?
That we went to Mars? Yeah.
Yeah, like the
sure.
Couple years ago where they had the...
Okay, yeah, like when the pictures of that rover are on Mars,
right.
Who's taking those fucking pictures?
Well, the rover is.
Rover my ass. There's no... So, what, there's two rovers? One's just the picture taker of the other rover?
Well, the rover...
Derek Linden rover?
The rover was inside the spacecraft that... So I'm assuming maybe the spacecraft. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Oh, okay. There you go. That'll work.
So
it's just like when they left the moon with Neil Armstrong. Hey, when you say you put Neil A down, right? What's that backwards?
I don't know. Let me write it down and see what it is.
Alien. What?
Yeah, I guess it is. Isn't it? I mean, it's...
The one thing I don't do on our podcast is lie.
Well, who said you did?
Nobody. I'm just saying alien. I wasn't going to play games with you. But, anyways, no. Nothing. I don't believe we landed on the moon. I think it's just weird.
So, what is your opinion? Why do you think we're even putting off a like we're going into space?
Because it sold the first time, right? Why not? I mean, we're putting money into NASA. Lately, we haven't put money into NASA because maybe Obama thought, like, what the fuck are we doing? Hoaxing people, right? But he's like, well, we won't spend that much money on NASA. I guess we've been riding with Russia to our space station that's just above the clouds,
right,
in the dark area of under the firmament, and then. But yeah, where are we at here?
SpaceX. You said
SpaceX.
We don't.
Oh, SpaceX. Yeah, right.
Right. That.
I mean, I'm sure it's hovering around above the Earth, but I don't know. That's kind of weird, anyways.
Well, that kind of leads into another little topic that I wanted to talk about. We were sort of talking about it off the air, and that was the whole climate change thing. And you kind of mentioned Admiral Byrd, so there was this big report last week about this giant iceberg in Newfoundland.
Oh, I seen there was one in like St. Helens volcano too, or something like that.
Right.
Have you seen that? Is that right?
Sorry.
Where is it? In Greenland? In Iceland?
In Newfoundland, Canada.
Okay. So what's that mean?
Well, it's just the big sign of climate change, all the ice breaking off from the Arctic. And I just assumed, maybe I'm completely wrong, that you don't necessarily believe in climate change, or no?
You're absolutely right, Dan. I don't believe in Al Gore's fucking money tit. This shit is so stupid. There was a meme that said there was like 7 million fucking icebergs when the world began, and what's his fucking name I just said?
Al Gore.
Al Gore comes along and there's still 67,000 or billion fucking icebergs. There's nothing. It's warm in the winter, or warm in the summer, cold in the winter.
Well, see, I'm partially with you.
I think it's silly. Go ahead.
I'm partially with you there because I don't necessarily believe the extremists about climate change, because I think the planet is cyclical and it fixes itself when things get warmed up. And I'm sure we're not helping pumping all the industrial gases and stuff into the atmosphere. But like I said,
they still do it. They still fucking do it.
And that's kind of
that bad.
Well, I agree.
And like that Cortez chick, Alexandria
Right.
Cortez.
AOC.
Whatever. AOC.
Mm.
She thinks that cow farts are what's fucking doing it. Right?
Well,
She's about as sharp as a marble.
Well, she's a politician, so what do you expect?
She's pretty.
Well, yeah.
That works, I guess.
A lot of people are pretty and dumb as a box of rocks. So,
But
go ahead.
no. And then they got heart. So they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. Right?
So you honestly think that HARP is part of the climate manipulation?
I know they manipulate the weather. I have no idea if it's part of the climate control thing. I mean, there could be a different person working it. Who knows? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Well, that shoehorns a little bit about what we were also talking about off the air, and that was the whole microwave thing, and HARP is microwave, so...
It is. Yes, it is.
We were talking about all the in-house surveillance and whatnot. Why do we have all that stuff?
Because it helps people see what's going on in their life. And they have to see that, and then they don't realize that other people have to see what's going on in their life. So then that one whistleblower comes out, right, from the NSA.
Right.
Snowden. Edward Snowden. He starts telling people that everything's recording them, but this shit's been going on for years and years. Like I said, I heard. I mean, this doesn't mean shit, but I watched something where it said microwaves were fucking paying attention to people, watching them with a camera. And you know that little remote control button that's on your TV that goes, the little scanner thing? That ain't a scanner, right? The camera. The scammer. What it is.
So do you have one on your TV?
I'm sure right now it's fucking looking at me right now.
Looking at you, scratching your nuts and drinking a beer?
I'm not drinking beer. Yeah. I feel sorry for whoever's watching me right now.
Are you doing the show naked?
And afraid. Afraid as AF.
That's the first time we have a totem pole in the in Conspiracy Beerists. Oh, wait a minute.
Totem pole? What are you, fucking Red Man?
Oh.
All right, there we go. What's up? All right, should we jump into this George fucking Floyd bullshit?
Go ahead.
I mean, it's not bullshit. He should never have been killed, right?
Right.
Nobody should do that. For one thing, they shouldn't put fucking 8 people on one dude, especially when he's handcuffed, anything like that.
Right.
So fuck them. Fuck that guy that did that shit. But the guy was a major criminal, awful to women, supposedly. I guess him and the cop that murdered him or whatever worked together.
Right. They were bouncers at a bar, couple of bars.
Yeah. Bouncers at a bar. All right. And then he becomes a cop, and the other guy becomes a fucking counterfeit money guy.
No, that hasn't been proven yet that he knew that he had a 20. Has it?
I have no idea. I really haven't kept up on it. All I know is that they've been staging pallets of stones where they think these riots are, and it's always a Democratic fucking city that gets destroyed. Look that up. And then everything Trump's a racist shit. It's so fucking annoying anymore. They are coming up with all this shit just to get him out of there, and because it's a voting year, you know, election year. So they're trying to make him look as bad. You can't control this country with this bullshit going on. Well, it doesn't ever go on unless you fucking start it. They are actually hiring people from Craigslist. $1,500 per riot to start fucking shit up.
So who
you know Antifa, right?
Right.
Well, he just said, I don't know if he signed a bill or something, but he said they're a terrorist.
Well, here's
group.
the thing. He can't do that because
you're starting to
by legal definition, a terrorist group has to be a foreign organization. So he can't.
Oh, is that what it is?
He can't claim that Antifa is a terrorist organization. He can.
For one thing, I think every gang in America is a terrorist organization. Don't they terrorize people in our country?
I totally agree.
Right. I mean, and so these motherfuckers that come into these riots with masks on. I mean, they're probably scared of COVID, but they come in and then they start beating glass up and they start fires with all this shit. What it is these white guys in black cities that are starting shit that people think they're sticking up for these motherfuckers, but they're not. They're there to start trouble. Well, right? Am I right here?
It's like you on this podcast. You're always trying to start trouble.
Oh. I keep thinking about that. I keep hearing noises.
I keep thinking about you.
That is absolutely the worst.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? So you think passively you think this is sort of a leftist ploy?
Well, it happened. So they knew. Okay, look on the dollar bill. It says around the pyramid, right?
Right.
It says that order de Cayenne fucking Greek shit. I can't remember.
Novus Sulcorum.
I think it means chaos or order out of chaos.
Right.
That's their main goal, bro. And if I ever say bro to you, fucking smack me in the fucking face. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Not that part, but order out of chaos. That's what their plan is. And we wrestle not with fucking human beings, but with spirits around these fucking human beings. So shit starts, whatever. It's crazy.
Well, let me ask you about the dollar bill then. You brought it up, and it's long been this theory that the Masons are the ones that put all those little slogans or insisted that they be included in.
Who did?
The Masons, Freemasons.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think they're out there just a leaf on the tree of who did it. You know what I mean? I mean, that's a big leaf. It's fucking, it's long cut.
Skull long cut? Mint or wintergreen?
What are you, in Minnesota? Skull! Skull! Anyways.
So you're not a Vikings fan?
A part of it, but it's whoever whoever fucking decides who puts that shit together. Because there's an owl in it, right, on your dollar bill?
Right.
There's an owl, there's all types of weird shit. George Washington, which they think is Adam Shyster or whatever, whoever started the Illuminati. They think he changed over to act like George Washington. They do, not me. I don't know.
Wait. Tell me that story, because I've never heard it.
Adam, what is his name? Weisinger?
Something like that.
The guy that started the Illuminati after that group of people that we talked about the other day. What are the names? The fucking horsemen.
The Four Horsemen?
Yeah, not the Four Horsemen, but the people that group with the cross on their shields and fucking they have ride horsemen and they go and fucking destroy places.
Oh, you're talking about the Knights Templar.
Knights Templar, right. So they get fucking erased. So Adam Weisinger on July 4th, 1776 comes to America. People have said that he killed George Washington and he acted like George Washington, so then he's on everything. first president, all that shit. Or not first, whatever it is. Yeah, first. Isn't that crazy?
That's the first time I have ever heard that one.
I know. I've only heard it once. But that's something to bring up, and it's kind of crazy. No one's ever going to fucking know, ever.
That is funny that...
It's another twist.
That Futurama did an episode where they went back in time.
Gonna go back in time?
Yes. But they went back in time and...
Gonna go back in time? Edit that shit out, I'm sorry.
No, it's staying in. It's
no.
But
go ahead.
Professor Farnsworth had to kill his long lost relative because he killed George Washington, and by him not killing him back in time, he it changed everything in the world. So maybe. Who knows? Nobody will ever fucking know. It's like the Titanic. Nobody will ever know what the real deal is. Why do they keep showing it? Who the fuck cares about a fucking... What was there? How many people were on that boat? 300, something like that? Something like that.
5 of them were fucking violinists. Who the fuck cares about them motherfuckers?
Hey, the world...
and then they could say that they played on until it sank my fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? This world is just nothing but lies. If you were a fucking violinist, man, this fucking boat is sinking faster than you've ever fucking seen a bubble in your life. This guy says, "King of the world," up a fucking top of the boat. You're like, fuck that, motherfucker. I'm done playing violin. I guarantee I ain't getting paid for this shit after this thing sinks. In the middle, fucking Chase made this shit happen. I know he did.
Well, times were different back then because, I mean, you had those fife players in military that they had to sit there and play music while everyone else around them was fighting, and they couldn't stop.
The drummers.
Right.
The drummers were in the front. That's why, okay, here we go. Look out, folks. That's why they fucking kill off the drummers all the time. Led Zeppelin kills the fucking drummer. Avenged Sevenfold, fucking one of the best drummers ever. Well, obviously Bonham was the fucking best drummer ever. Killed. They're like, we can get another drummer to do this shit.
But Neil Peart, who is in Rush, is always considered one of the best drummers, and he just died last year.
No, they didn't want to kill him off. They were friends with him for a little bit.
He was Canadian, that's why.
Hey, people think that Justin, the leader of Canada, I can't remember, Justin something. Anyways, he's not Gaddafi. What's the other guy? The other...
Saddam Hussein?
No. Older. God damn it.
Ayatollah?
No, the guy is lower, like south of us.
Oh,
not Libya, because that's Gaddafi.
You're talking about...
Cuba.
Oh, Castro.
This guy from Canada, the head guy, Justin something.
Justin Trudeau.
Trudeau, there you go. His mom said that Castro was the sexiest man ever. Well, you put him and Castro next to each other, Justin and Castro, they look alike. Sons of bitches.
Maybe.
Sexist bastards. And everyone's blood. Who runs this plane? Because there could be other planes, Dan. Not the fucking rattle your fucking moon walking.
I mean, what does a different plane of existence have to do with the moonwalk?
Like a parallel universe-ish kind of thing, but it's not a parallel universe. It's just our universe, our little flat air Earth, right down the street, in another flat Earth. Okay, here's the flat Earth theory. This is starting to piss me off too. So this fucking ball is fucking spinning 68,000 miles an hour, right?
Right.
And we're a fucking ball, like straight ball. Even though we got mountains and shit, whatever. And then planes have to do the math for this kind of shit. Like, this isn't a plane, it's a ball, and where you gotta fly weird because we're on a ball. You know what I mean? You don't, because you're fucking Star Trek and you think that's just real. Dude, something crazy is going on.
So we stay on the Earth because of gravity.
Fucking gravity. You know who came up with gravity?
Probably some scientist discovered it.
You're the best scientist, they say. What's his name? Not Tesla, because they're against Tesla because he was real and true.
There's one we can talk about in the future, but...
Who's the Hollywood scientist back then? Not Bill Nye. Alfred fucking Einstein or Albert.
He didn't come up with gravity,
either way.
though.
Well, he was the commercial.
Right.
For gravity, right?
Theory of
it's
relativity.
Such a joke, dude. If you watch some of these fucking videos they got of astronauts up in space, some of them will do a flip in the air, and the other guy grabs this fucking cord, and you can see a cord in his hand, like he's holding on to it so he doesn't fucking hurt himself.
So,
man, we're getting lied to. We've been lied to for our whole life.
Oh, I don't doubt for a
we
second
get taught
that
garbage. Why don't we get taught, like, hey, you know your taxes or your fucking mortgage will be this rate? Why don't we get taught that shit instead we get taught fucking racism? Right?
Oh, we're going to get charged our taxes here coming up in the next...
I know that. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm talking about what they've been teaching us. I had Math for Survival. They're like, how much are groceries a fucking week? Yeah, right. For me and fucking my buddy. You know, my fucking classmate.
Well, how much were your groceries?
Back then, in the fucking 90s, I fucking went to Pennzoil and they were fucking free. What do you think of that? Oh, that's great.
Stinging Dune. Yeah, they were free.
You know, I was worried about this one. I was worried about this podcast. I haven't been studying on force or nothing like that.
No, you're fine. We're 28 minutes in and we're doing just fine.
That's crazy. You know what?
So we'll briefly talk a little bit because I watched a video. You've been telling me to watch these videos about the Simpsons and their predictions. And,
right.
Of course, the big one is Trump was president in the 2001 episode.
See, I don't know if that's actually the big one of them, but that is giant. That's a big one, yeah.
So what do you think?
Ebola one.
Right. Ebola, yeah. Handheld devices and video phones and...
Right. See, I fucking thought of that when I was a young kid anyways. That sounds lame.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
They are interesting that they have those predictions, but it's not like Star Trek didn't do the same thing in the 60s and the 80s.
I never really got into Star Trek because it was gay. I'm just teasing. It was whatever. I like the song.
Yeah, but what they did is they had handheld devices there.
Oh, right.
Right, exactly.
They had fucking Nextels and shit.
Nextel. Yeah, I had it. I had an Nextel for a while.
See, that's fucking weak. I probably had a fucking... I don't even know back then. I probably had a landline.
You had a rotary cell phone.
Yeah, rotary. For sure.
So what, your phone sounded like Chewbacca or something?
Fucking, what's her face? Courtney Love Hewitt.
Courtney Love Hewitt.
Davis Love Hewitt. I don't know. Fucking one of them. Right? Am I hip?
Of course you are.
Not like fucking Huey Lewis neither.
You're about as hip as a white guy can possibly be.
And as hip as Bo Jackson's hip. Except on Tecmo Bowl.
So school shootings. School.
Add the school shootings, yeah. Add this to the fucking recording. This cute chick I was talking to, right? She's like, hey, I want you to treat me like a school shooting and shoot kids inside me.
Wah, wah,
Edit
wah.
that out then. That's a fucking downer. But this guy said that to me like probably a year ago, and I fucking pissed myself. Not literally, but
See,
a great joke.
That was it. It is a good joke. It's just people take shit like that the wrong way these days.
Right.
That's why comedy.
Like way the wrong way. Way the wrong. But that's the greatest fucking joke in history.
That's why
That's one of the greatest jokes in history, don't you think, Dan? In real life?
I mean,
like in our real life. You know what I mean? People are fucking stupid. I'm so tired of fucking people.
Well, comedy is dying.
I don't know. Have you ever watched Patrice O'Neal?
I have not.
Oh my god, dude. Offensive, but so funny. And he knows what he's talking about and everything. Black guy died of diabetes a couple years ago.
Well, see, that's the thing, is when it gets to be overly offensive, it's like it's not even offensive because he's trying to be.
The comedians try to be as probably as offensive as they can. Almost. Some of them, like Daniel Tosh, fucking pretty good. Patrice O'Neal was fucking great. Anthony Jeselnik's a fucking offensive motherfucker. Let me tell you one of Jeselnik's jokes. So this fucking town was all bummed out because one of their kids had died, or they couldn't find him, right? This is what it is. The town was all upset because they couldn't find this kid. Well, they had been playing fucking refrigerator in the garbage in the town, right?
Right.
So the town's all bummed out about it. And he's like, no, he died playing hide and go seek. Okay? And he died in the refrigerator playing hide and go seek. This is what it is.
Right.
And he's like, damn, all the people in the town are bummed out, fucking bitching. And he's like, what are you guys bummed out about? He died a winner. That's a great fucking joke.
See, here's
the
here's the thing with dark humor. People either get it or they don't get it.
They mostly don't. They're a bunch of fucking sheeple, and that's why the problem in this fucking country is, Dan. They don't fucking relax. They gotta fucking think everything's a bad thing. Take a couple fucking shrooms once in a while. Fucking smoke a doobie. It ain't bad.
A big fatty fat doobie.
Hear it. What was that?
Colors.
You are a cube. Yeah, look at that, like that shit right there. Like this fucking guy, cop killer. What's he play on fucking TV for the fucking 12 years? A cop.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck Ice-T and his fucking gay-ass agenda. Little fucking motherfucker.
Well,
I'm not saying gay's bad. Whatever. Guaranteed none of our 11 fucking subscribers are gay. But my other is. And we're fucking alright.
Well, we got, today was a good day, wasn't it?
Well, next time, also, I got a couple of videos. There are a couple of things, like people talking. I got Trump talking to Hillary back in 2016 during the election.
Right.
Saying how there was a riot in Chicago, I think, and he was like, it shows double screen him, her, while they're talking. There was a debate. And he's saying how he thinks that her campaign sent these fucking people for $1,500 an hour, or $1,500 a riot. And it's what's going on right now, Dan. Is they're actually paying people to start these riots. When you see a white guy sticking up for a Black Lives Matter thing with a mask on, he's a fucking scam. He's ruining fucking cities. They're setting fire to fucking people that have been there for years. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
This is part of the fucking whole deal. This might be part of fucking. This might be an hour-long fucking podcast. But Trump is not a racist. He might fucking have racism in a little bit, but fucking I guarantee everybody has a tiny bit of racism in them. I guarantee it. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. If that's not politically correct, that's fucking everything correct.
Well, there's a difference between racism and nationalism.
Why? Why nationalism?
Because being proud of your country and your heritage is different than hating somebody because they look different than you do.
Because they were born a different color, which they had no fucking control of.
Right, it's exactly what I'm saying.
Right. Well, you know, it's crazy. But that's what they want is division, obviously. The mainstream media, the whole kit and caboodle, besides the Republican side. I'm not saying there's some Republicans that are garbage, but why are these Democrats so fucking weak at this shit? They're horrible. Not all Democrats probably, but the fucking far left are fucked.
Well, you could say the same thing about the far right, though.
I haven't heard fucking shit from the far right.
You haven't heard
and it can be fucking dangerous. What's the far right really? I'm just wondering.
What about the what were they called? The teacuppers or whatever?
The Proud Boys?
The ones that started all the shit in North or South Carolina?
No idea. I really don't know.
Guy that drove...
Maybe that's because YouTube's doing its job. Fucking sending me shit that's on the other side. You know what I mean? But they're not doing their job. They're fucking crooked as fuck. But everything is.
So what isn't crooked?
I could say some crazy shit, but it ain't gonna fucking make the fucking YouTube monetize.
Why?
Am I right?
You said we shouldn't say Pizzagate last time, and it didn't get taken down.
But we aren't asking for money. You know what I mean? We don't try and get commercials and shit on our stuff.
So go ahead.
That's why.
So go ahead and say it.
Pizzagate? Is that what you want me to say?
No, you said
you want to fucking hear something? You want to put something on the air, dude? I got something.
Go ahead.
I got something in my fucking shit that will fucking flip some people out.
Put it out there.
You ready for this D-Steel? Hold on, buddy. I'm gonna fucking throw this on. You edit this shit, okay? It's fucking. This is stuff people don't want to hear. Anthony Weiner. Okay, we'll do this real quick. I'm gonna throw this video on real quick, okay? And then it's quick. I mean, this is where it starts and where it ends. But I gotta find the other video.
Well, first of all, those stories have been largely debunked. Those people, I don't know those people. I have a feeling how they came. I believe it was her campaign that did it. Just like if you look at what came out today on the clips, where I was wondering what happened with my rally in Chicago and other rallies where we had such violence and people could be killed. She's the one in Obama, and that was now all on tape. They hired people. They paid them $1,600, and they're on tape saying these women cause fights, do bad things. I would say the only way, because those stories are all totally false, I have to say that. These women, the woman on the plane, the woman, I think they want either fame or her campaign did it. And I think it's her campaign. Because what I saw, what they did, which is a criminal act, by the way, where they're telling people to go out and start fist fights and start violence. And I'll tell you what, in particular in Chicago, people were hurt and people could have been killed in that riot. And that was now all on tape, started by her. I believe, Chris, that she got these people to step forward. If it wasn't, they get their 10 minutes of fame. But they were all totally, it was all fiction. It was lies and it was fiction.
Donald Trump Jr.
Talking about how they'd sent people out to start fist fights and stuff, and how it was illegal, and that's where it cut off.
That was his 2016 election debate with Hillary, and she was standing right fucking 6 feet away. 'Cause there's some shit, dude. There's some crazy fucking shit on here, dude. And it's like, you remember when I said that? I don't know if you remember, but like Lincoln Park's Chester Bennington, right?
Right.
He is John Podesta. Do you remember John Podesta?
Yeah.
He's John Podesta's kid, supposedly. Supposedly. It's crazy. It's such a fucking crazy thing. Like, it makes how small this world it really is. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, John Podesta's Hillary Clinton's fucking psycho fucking companion. Anthony Weiner was like in Congress. I don't know where he was. I think he probably was in New York or something like that. Well, he gets busted for sexting a person under 14 or some shit.
Right.
Under 16. And he's got all these pictures and shit of him fucking mirror photoing himself. How cheeseball. So then he's married actually to a girl named Huma Abedin who looks very Middle Eastern, okay?
Right.
Got the Mexican kind of fucking dark, hot. You know what I mean?
Right.
Anyways, she looks like she could be AOC's older sister. Weird. Am I is that shit crazy, Dan?
Well, maybe she is.
But Huma, she might be good looking, but good looking means fucking evil as fuck. Because this bitch and Hillary have this video of them cutting the child up while they're alive and drinking the blood and all that shit, the adrenochrome stuff that we've been talking about for the last few weeks.
Well, you'll have to send me that video. I'd like to see that.
It doesn't show the fucking actual video, but dude, I'll show you. I'll send you the whole video about the whole thing.
So you don't actually see them.
Edit that out right now. No, because let me tell you this though. You don't see them doing. I could find it probably, but I have to be fucking Edward Snowden. The people they supposedly showed. See, I got problems with this too. They showed these police officers this, and they all had to do fucking. They had to go to a psychologist and talk about it and cried. They cried and puked or whatever. But they still haven't fucking arrested this fucking bitch about it. You know what I mean? So I can't believe that shit is real. You know what I'm saying? If there's video of somebody cutting the fucking face off a kid and then end up drinking their blood or whatever, anything like that, you would think that the police would fucking put them motherfuckers in jail.
Well, here's the thing with that, and you can take this for what it is. If there was an actual video of Hillary Clinton cutting the face off of a kid or whatever, and it was real, don't you think her adversaries, the people trying to take her down would use that and put it out?
He is, and that's what this whole thing's about, brother. That's what this whole movement's about. But that's what I'm saying. I love the movement, but I don't understand why she isn't fucking done. But I don't know. It's fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
Well, the whole world is crazy.
I know. But and then it happens. Okay. Here's the start of it. Here's where the game starts, okay? Hillary Clinton. Beerists. Hillary Clinton kills JFK Jr. because he was going after her Senate seat in New York, which is a high fucking seat.
Right.
So he's dead. Or does he die? Or people think he's going to go after, this is the thing, he says he's going to go after his father's killer, no matter if he has to take down the whole government. There's a fucking, it's not a meme, it's something weird, I don't know.
Right.
So then he starts this fucking magazine called George. This is 20 years ago. So he starts this company, George. He says, people think, oh, he named his father's killer already, George Bush, right? But it's not. I mean, they don't know if it is. He's part of it. So then he dies in fucking 99. It must be 99 or 2000. I can't remember. I don't know. He dies in a plane crash. The plane's like it's white, a Cessna with the red and black fucking sweet trim on it. Like Barnett would say, sweet trim.
This is exactly what I was thinking.
So he's got this sweet trim, plus his number on it's called fucking 15.9 JK or JFK. Can't remember, something like that. Anyway, so Trump changes the Airplane One.
Right.
And he changes it to fucking sweet trim and white. Okay, anyways, that has nothing to do with anything. But people are thinking that JFK Jr. is actually going to run in 2024. He wanted to run this year, or not this year, but last year, or 2016, but we couldn't do it because there's too much stuff going on, dude.
So what you're saying is people are saying that he's not actually dead. He's just going to come back and
run. He's not dead. It was all a fucking scam to do this, to fucking end this bullshit that's been going on for so long, like his dad was trying to do back in the day. That's what Q is part of.
You're talking about QAnon.
QAnon,
right.
Yes.
That's what I just said.
Right.
QAnon. Or QAnon.
It's a giant rabbit hole. And I'm glad to bring anybody down with me because it's funner than any soap opera anybody's ever gonna fucking deal with.
Well, that's your problem if you watch soap operas, but hey, that's just me.
I talk myself out of this, I'm sure.
How about
don't believe the fucking MSM, the mainstream media. Don't believe them. They're garbage. Don't ever fucking watch that shit.
If you enjoyed this episode of Conspiracy Beerists, don't forget to like and subscribe to our page on YouTube or Facebook. And if you have any comments or a conspiracy that you would like us to talk about on a future episode, let us know, and we will be sure to get to them at a future date. And until next time, remember, the truth is out there. You just have to know where to look.
WLLP, Spock Rock Radio.